strap a jetpack made of flaming whoopee cushions to your ass, and blast your last two brain cells straight into a cosmic blender, where reality gets pureed into a chunky soup of dick jokes and existential dread. Suddenly, a radioactive minion in a tutu cannonballs out of a portal, pelting you with moldy hot dogs and screaming, "Eat my existential crisis, you soggy pancake!" But wait, your left shoe grows googly eyes and starts rapping the entire Shrek script in Klingon, while a sentient jar of pickles moonwalks across your forehead, farting Morse code that spells, "fuck logic." Meanwhile, a council of sentient fidget spinners, all wearing tiny thongs, declares war on the International Federation of Soggy Toast, launching a barrage of flaming rubber ducks and glittery butt plugs. The rubber ducks, each with a tattoo of Nicolas Cage's face, form a conga line and start twerking on a trampoline made of expired condoms, while the soggy toast retaliates by summoning a tornado of screaming pineapples and sentient toenail clippings. The air is thick with the scent of burnt hair and regret, as the pickles start a flash mob, breakdancing to the sound of 1,000 air horns, and the fidget spinners hold a press conference to announce their new alliance with a cult of sentient garden hoses. The hoses, all wearing tiny top hats, begin spraying glitter-infused mayonnaise everywhere, turning the battlefield into a slip-and-slide of pure, unfiltered chaos. In the distance, a choir of rubber chickens sings the national anthem of the United States of Brainrot, their voices cracking as they hit the high notes, and a parade of inflatable flamingos marches by, each one holding a sign that reads, "Reality is for quitters." We're skinny dipping in a septic tank full of alphabet soup where the noodles spell fart nugget, and the croutons are plotting to teabag your grandma's goldfish. A Blue Among Us crewmate bursts out of a bidet, accuses your right butt cheek of cryptocurrency fraud, and starts flossing with radioactive linguine. The linguine, now sentient and high on bath salts, wraps around the crewmate and drags it into a breakdance battle against a squad of twerking garden gnomes. The bidet, now self-aware, starts beatboxing dubstep remixes of the Teletubbies theme while the croutons form a mosh pit, each one wearing a thong and a monocle. Meanwhile, the goldfish, traumatized by the croutons' advances, starts a support group for aquatic victims of bread-based harassment. The garden gnomes, fueled by monster energy and existential dread, perform a synchronized twerk routine that summons a rain of glittery spaghetti noodles from the ceiling. The bidet, now fully sentient and convinced it's the reincarnation of Skrillex, launches into a bass drop so intense it shatters every window in the septic tank, sending alphabet soup and croutons flying in all directions. The blue crewmate, undeterred, challenges the garden gnomes to a rap battle, spitting bars about the futility of existence and the dangers of flossing with radioactive pasta. Imagine a moldy pineapple running for president, promising to replace all public toilets with portals to the upside down, and make Taco Bell the official language. But plot twist. The pineapple is actually 4 horny raccoons in a trench coat, and their campaign slogan is "Vote for Chaos, Eat More Ass." The raccoons, each wearing a different flavor of condom as a hat, argue about whether to legalize armpit licking, while their campaign manager, a sentient hemorrhoid with a megaphone, screams policy proposals about mandatory glitter enemas. The campaign trail is littered with empty cans of Four Loko and half-eaten burritos, as the raccoons hold a debate against a sentient traffic cone and a disgruntled sock puppet. The traffic cone, running on a platform of "no more potholes, only plot holes," accuses the raccoons of tax evasion and illegal cheese trafficking. The sock puppet, meanwhile, promises free therapy for all sentient objects traumatized by the pineapple's campaign ads, which feature slow-motion footage of raccoons twerking on the Lincoln Memorial. The hemorrhoid campaign manager, now riding a Segway made of pool noodles, throws glitter bombs into the crowd and shouts, "Let's make America moist again!" as the raccoons attempt to bribe voters with coupons for free Taco Bell and limited-edition Shrek-themed butt plugs. Suddenly, Kaseo detonates the entire planet with a nuclear fart, showering the universe in sussy confetti, mayonnaise, and flaming dildos. Every imposter gets yeeted into the stratosphere while a walrus in a tutu screams, "What the flaming fuck nuggets" in slow motion, shitting glitter as it spins through a wormhole. The confetti, made of tiny holographic Shreks, rains down on a parade of breakdancing lobsters, while the mayonnaise forms a zero-gravity slip-and-slide for the imposters to surf on, all while the walrus twerks to the sound of 1,000 air horns. The lobsters, each wearing a tiny top hat and monocle, perform a synchronized dance routine that summons a rain of rubber chickens from the sky. The imposters, now covered in mayonnaise and glitter, attempt to form a conga line but end up colliding with a flock of sentient baguettes, who retaliate by launching themselves like missiles at the nearest black hole. The walrus, now crowned king of the wormhole, delivers a rousing speech about the importance of embracing chaos and never trusting a fart in zero gravity. The universe, now a swirling mess of confetti, mayonnaise, and existential dread, spins faster and faster until time itself starts twerking to the beat of the air horns. Or picture a duck in sunglasses teaching quantum physics to a classroom of potatoes, while a carrot snorts fun dip off a urinal cake, and a sentient mop pole dances on the teacher's desk. Suddenly, the duck rips off its feathers to reveal it's actually a sussy imposter banana, who starts breakdancing with a taxidermied raccoon and a sentient fleshlight. The potatoes, each with a different flavor of depression, try to solve equations written in ketchup, while the carrot, now high as balls, paints a mural of Shrek making out with Bigfoot on the chalkboard. The mop, with its bristles on fire, spins so fast it creates a black hole of pure stupidity. The banana, now revealed as the true mastermind, launches into a TED Talk about the physics of twerking and the metaphysics of mayonnaise, while the raccoon attempts to crowd-surf across the sea of potatoes. The fleshlight, now sentient and self-aware, starts a podcast about the existential crisis of being a cleaning implement in a world full of filth. The potatoes, overwhelmed by the complexity of quantum physics and the absurdity of their existence, start a support group called Spuds Anonymous, where they share their deepest fears and wildest dreams, all while the carrot paints increasingly disturbing murals on every available surface. We're leveling up to who's the dumbest motherfucking imposter mode. The host is a sentient hemorrhoid in a thong, and every contestant is just the same imposter in a different flavor of furry suit. The buzzer is a live eel that screams fart nugget every time someone farts. The hemorrhoid, perched on a throne made of used pizza boxes, asks questions like, how many dildos can you fit in a blender? While the contestants, each wearing a different flavor of trauma, try to out-stupid each other. The eel, now possessed by the ghost of Steve Irwin, buzzes in with random facts about kangaroo testicles. The audience, a sea of inflatable flamingos and sentient traffic cones, cheers wildly as the contestants attempt to answer questions like, what's the square root of mayonnaise? And, how many raccoons does it take to screw in a light bulb? The hemorrhoid host, now wearing a crown made of glitter and chewed gum, announces a bonus round where contestants must perform interpretive dance routines about the meaning of life while juggling rubber chickens and singing the national anthem backwards. The eel, now glowing with radioactive energy, starts breakdancing on the judge's table, while the audience throws confetti and shouts, send it to the moon! Welcome to No Thoughts, head full of snot, farts, and existential dread mode, where your inner monologue is just a walrus screaming, what the flaming fuck nuggets, while juggling dildos and eating glue. But plot twist, the walrus is actually a sussy imposter disguised as a sentient hemorrhoid. The imposter walrus, now exposed, starts juggling rubber chickens and flaming butt plugs while riding a unicycle made of spaghetti. The audience, a crowd of sentient potatoes and confused raccoons, throws glitter and screams, send it to the moon! The raccoons, now inspired by the walrus's unicycle skills, form a circus troupe and attempt to ride a tandem bicycle made of pool noodles across a tightrope of spaghetti. The potatoes, not to be outdone, start a synchronized swimming routine in a pool of mayonnaise, while the hemorrhoid imposter attempts to recite Shakespearean sonnets in Morse code, using only fart noises. The walrus, now fully committed to the bit, launches itself into the audience and crowd surfs on a wave of glitter and existential dread, as the raccoons and potatoes join forces to create the world's first interspecies flash mob. Suddenly, the Infinity Gauntlet appears, flips everyone off and snaps its fingers. Instantly, a tsunami of sussy imposters gets sucked into a rainbow vortex of fart clouds, mayonnaise and flying dildos, spinning through the void like spaghetti in a washing machine while the air is filled with the sound of 1,000 "fuck you" echoing into the cosmic butthole of existence. The vortex, swirling with colors, chaos, and the scent of burnt hair, pulls in everything from sentient cheese to breakdancing hemorrhoids, creating a cosmic orgy of pure, unfiltered nonsense. The Infinity Gauntlet, now wearing a tiny top hat and monocle, starts narrating the chaos in a British accent, describing the events as a delightful romp through the absurdities of existence. The imposters, now fused together into a single, multi-headed abomination, attempt to escape the vortex by forming a human pyramid, but are thwarted by a rain of flaming rubber ducks and sentient baguettes. The vortex, now sentient and self-aware, starts composing poetry about the futility of existence and the beauty of chaos, while the breakdancing hemorrhoids form a conga line and twerk their way into the heart of the cosmic butthole. Smash that motherfucking like button, you absolute goblin, and maybe you'll win a free prostate exam from a sussy imposter with a chainsaw. But beware, the like button is actually a disguised imposter, sending fart signals to the council of soggy bananas and horny raccoons. And remember, in this universe of infinite stupidity, nothing is too fucked up, too weird, or too covered in mayonnaise. The council, meeting in a secret lair made of used condoms and glitter, plots their next move, each banana wearing nipple clamps and holding a scepter made of chewed gum. Their leader, a banana with a tattoo of Shrek's ass, declares, "Let the fucking idiocy reign, you beautiful disasters." As the council debates whether to launch a glitter missile at the International Federation of Soggy Toast, a raccoon in a gimp suit proposes a new holiday, National Twerk on a Traffic Cone Day. The bananas, now high on fun dip and existential dread, vote unanimously in favor, and the council erupts into a spontaneous orgy of twerking, glitter, and mayonnaise. The camera zooms out, revealing the entire universe is just a snow globe on the desk of a sentient walrus, who shakes it violently and laughs as the chaos continues to unfold. So remember, smash that like button, embrace the brain rot, and let the cosmic stupidity wash over you like a tsunami of flaming dildos and existential dread.